We're delighted today to have Tom Walsh at Staycity. It's a fantastic Irish success story. They've grown a business from a single apartment in Temple Bar to €250 million business globally.
Were you always thinking about this is a business that I'm going to take overseas, or how did it all start?
We started in a single apartment in Temple Bar where my wife and I used to live. That was in a former recording studio that had closed down, and U2 recorded a couple of their songs there, most especially the song Desire, in what was our living room. I know we're in Windmill Lane here as well today, which is quite kind of fitting. So we started with that, and we went on to lease 27 apartments in what's the Italian Quarter. They filled up quite well as well. 2005 we were in Amsterdam, so we went international fairly quickly and wanted to build a decent sized business, to be honest.
If somebody was coming to you today and they were the owner of an Irish business thinking of scaling overseas, what advice would you give them with the benefit of hindsight and experience?
I think we would have gotten our branding more succinct. It's a little promise you're making with your guest. When you use us, you're getting this. And I think we would have worked harder on that in the earlier days.
The question I have for you is the challenge in building that culture across different languages, different countries. How has that been? Do you mind me asking, how did you deal with that?
I know our chief people officer doesn't allow me to use this term, but we're close to fanatical about our guests. She'd prefer I'd use passionate about our guests, let's say. And we have to transmit that same culture into all of the properties in France, Germany, Italy, UK and Ireland. I always felt I wanted to bring that beautiful Irish hospitality around Europe. I think Irish people can grow great indigenous, long-lasting multinationals, the likes of your CRHs and your Ryanairs and all that, to rival these American, maybe not quite on the same scale, but why not?
Is there one piece of advice in terms of lessons you've learned over the last 20 years?
Yeah, I think probably people like, stretch yourself to pay for the best, bring in brilliant talent, because they'll move your business on endlessly, I think.
Thank you very much for sharing your insights, and thank you very much to everyone who's come along here this morning.
Thank you. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Robert.
Really excited to hear the importance of brand being emphasised by Tom, particularly when we can recognise it and hear it from somebody who's been so successful as Staycity have been.
I enjoyed very much listening to Tom's story, a visionary in terms of being able to take a brand from one room in Temple Bar to the plethora of locations around Europe.
And the other thing I really enjoyed and was encouraged by was his absolute confidence in Irish businesses to grow locally and globally.